All right, guys, so we kind of fooled you a little bit on that thumbnail. Hate to do that, but that is not the power plant for the 8-door build. That is one of our power plants for one of our boats. Most everybody knows we're pretty big into boating. That's a 1650 Sterling that we're freshening up right now. That motor's capable of about 2,000 horsepower. And we've got 2 of them. So if we ever need to go big, go fast, and go hard, we got it. But that is not going in the 8-door. We're going to take you down to Davis Off-Road, and Daniel and Brian are going to walk you through a few things, kind of tell you the next steps of it. Everybody following this build knows that it has been a hurdle of problems along the way for the last 7 or 8 years. And obviously you've been following us for the last couple of weeks. We kind of hit a little bit of a slowdown just because the body shop, the wrap guy, some things that are out of our control. Once it makes the move down the street, which the body shop's that way, the off-road shop's that way, once it makes that last move, it should be the last move, and there's going to be some serious steam ahead then, because it's not out of our hands, it is fully in our hands. Night, day, after hours, weekends, whatever we got to do. If we can't get the parts, we're going to build them. So we're going to show you some of the tooling and equipment we've got down there. It kind of sets us apart from some of the other guys. And again, along the way on this build, there's been a lot of hurdles where the previous guy was changing his mind, doing things. A lot of the guys involved have actually been re-involved in this project because they already had gone one direction or another direction. So it's not that everybody fell down on their job. It's just as things changed, it got complicated. And there are some hurdles that are not easy on this thing. So we're going to get past them. We're going to run down to Davis Off-Road, show you what's going on there. No, the thumbnail's not real. Yes, those are real motors that we will be putting in something to bring you some videos soon of some 200 mile per hour action. And stay tuned for the rest of it. Thanks for watching. On to the next level. All right, here we are at spot number 2. This will be where 90% of the finishing touches are made on the 8-door mega truck. Davis Off-Road. Daniels will tell you all the details.
What's up, guys? Come on in our house. So we'll be taking over this build from here. We have a full showroom full of every nut, bolt, accessory you can performance-wise, as well as off-road, UTV, side-by-side, all that. So we're going to basically be making every single piece for this thing in-house, all the lines, all the brake setups, drive line, you name it, we're going to have to build it. So we have everything on tap, where we just walk in the showroom, grab it, and ride on right to the back and get this thing done. So let me take you out back, show you what else we got. So we do have full capability to make all brake line, fuel line, power steering lines in stock. Got the crimp machine here. Got every single hose size known to man to plumb anything on this truck. So that's a big thing that people fall short on, is when it comes time to hooking up custom drive lines and custom motors and transmissions in trucks that don't belong. It takes a lot of adapters, it takes a lot of fittings, it takes a lot of knowledge on how to get what routed where. So we do have all that capability here. We do have the know-how to do it, so that'll make this project one less headache to be able to take care of all that in one spot versus going shop to shop to shop to shop like most of these projects do. We also have full fabrication abilities, plasma table, every welder, iron worker, tube and bender, cutters, lathes. We have everything needed to build any piece that we need as well. So very fortunate to have everything at our fingertips. We're not claiming to be a full machine shop, but we can definitely get it done without any outsourced help, minus things like the shocks, like Overtime is building for us for the truck. Things like that, we let the people know that what we do is what we do, and we don't claim to take credit for anybody else's stuff. So let's go over to the fabrication side and let Brian show you what that's about.
Let the smoke clear. It's time to unveil what we're going to use as the actual donor motor for this truck build. This looks like your old grandpa's farm truck. It kind of is, but under the hood is a compound turbo system, 24 valve Cummins. So I'll show you what we're working with. As you can see, it doesn't have any problem putting the power down. Of course, it's going to have a little bit of a bigger tire hooked to it when we put it in the 8-door, but either way, great platform. We're going to pull it out, freshen it up, do quite a bit of upgrades, but our base power plant is pretty solid. So we're rolling to the shop. We're at location number 2 of where this build is taking place. All right, we're in another section of the shop now. You've seen the power plant, you've seen all the hoses, fittings, and all the accessories that we need to finish this build with all the little touches, but now here's where the big stuff comes in. The shelf right here is just full of pieces and parts coming in every day. Just for example, some of the hydraulic rams, bumper, all kinds of other stuff, but there's one of the drive shaft flanges, just to show you what kind of size we're working with. There's 6 of these for the truck because of the way the drive shafts have to be run. But got stuff coming in every day that isn't any need building. We can source it and get it, but some of the stuff is actually being made to order, and then what's not is going to be made in-house. So that's where they're going to take over. This will be the last stop for this build. Got a whole section of the shop cleaned out, so it's going to take up the space of 18-wheeler, but so we have enough room to get everything in here, get it done, walk across shop, grab a part, and come back. That's where Brian's going to take over.
Yep, we're gonna. A lot of it's already done, but you know we're gonna add some stuff like steps, make them hydraulic, make them to where they'll be able to get you up in the truck while you're standing on them, stuff like that. Get the drive shafts like you talked about done. Do the hanger bearings set up. You know, be multiple pieces to the drive shafts and things like that. We got full bending capability. You know, sheet metal bending. Obviously, we can handle the big tires and wheels. We've been doing that, you know, forever. But come on around the shop, you know, show you around all the equipment and stuff. Keep plenty of different size tubing, all DOM tubing, you know, in-house, stuff like that. Keep it where we can cut it. Do full plasma cutting. Obviously, we got the tire machines, balancers, stuff like that. A couple projects sitting around. Working on this big square body right now. With, you know, try to fit in projects like this as we can. Nesting some parts together right now, trying to get them set up to where we can get them get them cut out, burn out, and we'll get them cleaned up and on that, and that way that one will be movable and get that one out of the way for this big new project coming in, because it will take up all the room we got. But capable of bending whatever you need.
Welders, weld table, designs. Show them the chassis you're working on this one.
Yeah, go on in here. We're doing a triangulated 4-link setup on here. Doing an SCS drop box with 2-wheel drive disconnect. Getting everything mocked together. Got the link bars mocked up in there. They will be swapped out for building aluminum ones, so we'll have them in shortly. But this gets it all set up, so you know lengths and measurements, and make sure everything's gonna work the way it's supposed to before you spend the money on that. And then parts you just seen on the plasma table, you know, they're mock up. Got some pieces in already, you know, just so that you can see clearances and stuff like that, you know, out of thinner material before you go and pull the trigger on cutting it out of thick stuff.
So normal work has to happen every day, and as you can see, typically 3 or 4 trucks in at all times, in and out in a day's time. That's the bread and butter of the shop. 6-inch kids, 7-inch kids, 11-inch kids.
This particular is an 8-inch ready lift, new Chevrolet. New Denali, Cognito leveling kit, 30 bags, box upgraded shocks. Tundra, 3-in-1, 3-inch front, 1-inch rear, get that level stance.
Then the blower motor S10 there. We were really hard hard pressed to decide on doing a gas motor or diesel in this this build, because both are good options, but just had to have the diesel. It's obviously a Duramax bred and born truck, but the Cummins with that setup and that transmission with billet parts in it, it's gonna be a pretty bulletproof combination. Of course, we had to use 2-wheel drive because going to a divorce transfer case. So, like I said, it's a lot of different things we had to figure out. We kind of kept the motor situation a little secret, but background over there, race cars are going out. We got a race this weekend, and truck will roll in. This will be where it lives until it drives back out of here. So hope you enjoyed seeing the shop and all the stuff. A lot of stuff in the background upstairs there too. Inventory and stock is just incredible. And the talent that this will take to go to the next level. This is why that project just kind of stalled, is you got to have a whole lot of tooling, you got to have a whole lot of experience, you just got to have a whole lot of knowledge, mechanical, hydraulics, plumbing, fitting, electrical. It's a whole lot of stops, like we said in that one post. The graphics guy, the paint guy, the fitting of everything. You pretty much got to know how to build a monster truck. So there's a whole lot that goes involved between having everything in stock and Daniel and Brian's ability to actually put it to paper and do it. That's what's going to bring it to the next level. So we look to bring some more videos in here, get the motor pulled out, and get everything else straight. So thanks for watching. Continue to follow along with this build. It's getting ready to get good.
One thing we forgot to mention, guys, is we also filled nitrous bottles here. We had a lot of requests for that. We do race gas, we do all the performance parts, and we got asked every single day, will you please fill my nitrous bottle? It's one of those things that we just don't have a lot of time for. It's a labor of love. It's something that we run in all of our vehicles, but ultimately we ended up having to do it, and we'll probably put a little bit of spray on the 8-door just to see what it'll do. But ultimately, we got you covered.